If you read the New York Times, you would never know this. You would never know this. You know why? Because it's actually a really good settlement, and then the Times would actually have to say something nice about me.
Ronica, you are chasing the story of the ExxonMobil settlement that the DEP has agreed to with the oil giant, and many state Democrats not so happy with the number, among them State Senator Ray Lesniak. What do you got?
So yesterday, the proposed settlement with Exxon, it became available on the DEP's website for the public to see, and associated with that was a press release. Now, it called this $225 million settlement, which also requires Exxon to pay an unspecified amount, whatever cost is associated with remediation. It called it the biggest in New Jersey's history. But as you said, not everyone's happy about it. So actually, right after that settlement became public, I met up with Senator Ray Lesniak in Colts Neck after he finished a round of golf. He called this settlement the biggest corporate giveaway in the history of our country, and that he explained his
drama.
Right. He explained his problem with the fact that the settlement says alleged damages.
So that Exxon can actually write off the settlement as a tax write-off. It just shows how Chris Christie is in bed with the corporate executives of Exxon.
Now, today, Ray Lesniak, he made his feelings and issues with the settlement public. He held a press conference. I was there as well. And he had some issue with Governor Christie calling this a good deal.
So that was the governor spinning a bad deal.
We've talked about this settlement the day that it was announced, before it became public on the website, that it is nearly 10 times the amount that was settled in total over 267 cases when John Corzine was governor. And I find it pretty interesting that former DEP commissioner, back when this happened in the early 2000s, talked about the settlement should be in the couple $100 million range. Like, how do we go from that to this is awful?
The main focus is on the fact that they initially sought $9 billion and that now the settlement is for $225 million. So they keep repeating this idea that that's only 3 cents on the dollar of what was sought. No one is referring to past cases or past settlements.
I spoke to Sal Rizzolvato with the NJGCA.
Yeah.
I would have to think that the $225 million to Exxon would be the same as maybe you or I taking out a loan on a new appliance for our kitchen.
What you're seeing here is a public relations battle between Governor Christie and Senator Lesniak. Senator Lesniak could potentially run for governor of New Jersey, so of course he wants to call this deal a sellout. It makes him look good. Governor Christie wants to say it's the best deal you can have because he wants to use that as his claim to fame on his way to New Hampshire.
I would agree with Sabeel. This is a political battle disguised as a money battle.